Well, Kemba's one that I haven't. When you look at a pack after playing the set for a while, you kind of categorize the cards like, oh, that's a good common, and that's pretty important for that deck. Serum Snare's nice. I haven't really done that with Kemba, and I think this set is a bit weird because I feel like the average power level of cards is below average when you're generally looking at a pack. And maybe that's because some rares are just so much more powerful than anything else. It just pushes everything else to below average, even though they're super strong. It just doesn't look like this is an exciting pack. This is only exciting for one deck. Um, yeah, Serum Snare is good in multiple decks. Same with the Vorak. Same with the Attendant. It's good in equipment and toxic, I guess. And Kemba's weird. I just haven't seen it often enough to feel how good it is, but obviously it's great in equipment. Yikes. This thing feels unbeatable. This is one of those cards that pushes the rest of the cards down in power level. I'm a little surprised to see it here, but it is 2 colors, and that's a pretty big commitment. The person passing it knows they passed it. Who passed that? Who's doing that? Yeah, they took an uncommon. Mikey's passing it. Yeah, I mean, they passed it. I'm not going to pass it too much further. Rare mythic. They probably took a green or black card. We're just not going to find anything. Here's a combo. Kemba with Sylvok Battle Chair. Could be worse. The old white-green equipment deck. Doesn't this look pretty bad? What do we take? Dune Mover? Dune Mover? The Battle Chair is fine, but it's replaceable. Yikes. God, Dune Mover is not what I want here. Just take, you know what? Screw it. I'm taking this rare. I'll look back in 3 years and people will be like, wow, I'll pay 9 tickets for that. And I'll be like, wow, thanks. Thank goodness I took it so early in that one draft that I lost. What is all this stuff? What are we supposed to pick? There's just nothing obvious. Oh, nothing obvious here. It's so true. Whenever I need tickets on Magic Online or I feel like I need tickets, I just look over the past sets and I'm like, what spiked? And then inevitably I find something that I've been sitting on for years. I'm going to take charge of the mites. I have no idea. There we go. Ambulatory Edifice is fine. Blight Belly Rat's fine. The Helm is fine. It's all fine. It's all fine and none of it's good. Like, does this mean black is open? These cards aren't good. Take a Battle Chair. Oil Gorger could be good. The first Battle Chair is going to wheel. Oh, well. Okay. This doesn't... I'm checking if this proliferates when it hits. It doesn't. But green-black proliferate could be a thing. Or like Sultai proliferate. Excuse me. Geth. What a bad magic card. It's just bad. Chrome Prowler. I have half a feeling like we're going to end up in blue-white artifacts. Look at this. Take Curiosity. Titanic Growth. We got Trample. Oh, that's not good in artifacts. It's good in like blue-black Proliferate. Blue-black Proliferate. Black-green Toxic. Take the land here. Well, that's a pack. I think I'm navigating this well. Ossification is nuts. I'm going to price check on Mycosynth Gardens. I can't really use it. Ossification is really good. A second to Spirant is interesting. Yeah. I'm really tempted by the second to Spirant. Like, we didn't see enough white coming. We took Kemba early. The best other white card we saw was Charge. I think we want Scheming Aspirant. We should probably take this this one ticket Mycosynth Gardens and wheel the Aspirant, but yeah, I'm streaming. Time to make the tough calls. Give up our one ticket. Another stand, that's could be okay. Necrosquito is a nice thing to proliferate. Yeah, actually, I'm happy with that. And if we end up in blue-black, it's totally serviceable. I like that over Scrap Trap this early. Curious. Curiosity is good if you get corrupted. I don't know how hard we have to try to get that. I'll take Canopy. There's so many targets for this main deck one. Normally I don't main deck it, but with double Aspirant, you have two of those in play. You just Canopy your own thing. You come out ahead. Molira, Vivisection, Evangelist. Yeah, this pack has some good cards, just not really for us. Corrupted. Destroy target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. And Hexgold Slash is quite good, but I can only splash so many colors. Oh, wow. Another Equipment Lord, but that deck is off the face of the planet, I'm afraid. Or is it? It's like, I tried to commit to this Aspirant. Maybe pack 2 is going to be weird because we didn't pass much white. So we're going to see the equipment deck come back around this direction. Yeah. I literally don't know what to take there. We're definitely not oil. Yeah, super oil theme coming around too. Ah, a proliferate card. Great. Am I all right? I went for a run and I had a booster shot yesterday, so I guess I'm falling apart. But other than that, I'm fine. How are you? Normally I'll mute when I'm clearing my throat, but my stream setup is a little different than usual, and I've got to alt tab to mute. So maybe I could mute on this mic. Hold on. Did that work? You didn't hear that, right? All right. Unlocked. Well, congratulations. Hopefully they're treating you nicely. Okay, sweet. Yeah. My mic can accommodate us. That is exciting. Well, I've drafted worse, I suppose. Yeah, well, I guess we're just kind of playing Kaya. Hopefully we get to play Kaya, then we can win that way. All will be one. I'm just going to take it. I think this is a few tickets. And hold on. Whenever you put one or more counters on a permanent or player, this deals that much damage to target opponent. I think anytime you have to physically put counters on something, this counts. For example, I play my Planeswalker. Let me get my die and put some counters on it. Then that would count for all will be one. So if something enters with counters, that counts as well. I'm like 90% sure that's true. Can remove counters. I have no fixing. This is awful. I've got, yeah, well, I have this thing. That's fixing. Oh, we did it. Oh, we're doing it. Double proliferation with scheming aspirants. Sign me up. All right, let's just cut things down a bit. The problem is we only have 2 payoffs for proliferation. Way too many ways to proliferate. What we need is a way to get something back from the graveyard. Edict. Thrumming Bird. Yikes. I'll take Thrumming Bird. Edict's better in a vacuum, but I like Thrumming Bird here. Oh, that was an awful pick. I'm not even going to play it. Ah, I should have taken the other thing. You can't play 3 Mesmerizing Doses in a Vraska's Fall. That is the one nombo of that color combination. You can't do it. Expensive removal. A second synthesizer. I think, despite how good Whisper is, we need some way to win the game. Prowler's fine. Yeah. So I'm going to avoid that if possible. Beer. All right. Got a deck in the end. Thanks to staying open. Like, if we'd really hard committed to equipment, we would have nothing. This would not be a deck. We would have like 2 good rares, and then we'd have to splash black and be a really awkward deck. But this is plenty of playables, and I think enough removal to make it solid. It's a little rough around the edges. Well, let's tighten it up. Hummingbird. Chrome Prowlers, they're just a good creature. It's going to be so hard to get any poison on them. Yeah, this is really awkward. Remove counters to get a 3/5 indestructible flyer. I mean, that's something. Like, yeah, here's a deck. What are we missing? We're missing Glissa, Kaya, Evangelist. All will be one. I'm just gonna I'm gonna rule those out for now. Tyvar stand. It's the deck. Need some lands, but other than that, it's solid. Legal, even. All right. We don't have to be flashy. I would like to be flashy at some point, but no point going overboard. This looks like 10-7 to me, given how early some of our stuff is. Like, that's not a lot, but it'd be really nice to have this on turn 2 and dose on 3. And with, well, 6 sources is probably enough. But 10 should be fine for blue. I could see going 1 fewer black. Fancy land. Bloop. Bloop. Sealed is not exactly my thing. I think I will stream it. No reason not to, except ghosts, but that's okay. Look, if they can find me, that's another viewer. Yeah, I'd say 6 would be too few black, given my large sample size here. Oh, we're gonna get him. Look at this. Swooping lookout. Yeah. We're gonna... No! This one. Yeah, absolutely. Glad to be streaming it. We're gonna get him here. And they've got to, you've got to respect the Phyrexian blue land. You've just got to. I should have saved it for this Justiciar, but whatever. No! Well, that wasn't the end of the world. We basically just traded a card for a card. I'm not going to need the synthesizer in play immediately. Yeah, we're fine. My throat's finally starting to cooperate here. All right, get your 2 damage in, or whatever. There's an owl who lives nearby. At least one owl. And it's so cool. Sometimes I hear them in the morning, sometimes at night. An owl. A mother effing owl. All right. I don't have much to proliferate. Yeah, that's the closest thing to an owl that you can post in my chat is this frog. Probably in their diet. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. I should just attack with the Necrosquito. I don't really want to block with it. I like the blue-white deck. Seems like they have a pretty good version of it. That's a funny attack. Not that funny, I guess. Ooh. Yeah, I'll take an Annihilating Glare over a swamp. Do I need 2 swamps for anything? There's no way of knowing. Mm. So this is awkward. And almost certainly wrong. But what are you going to do? Goodbye, Ichor Synthesizer. Why that one? I think I want to start hitting with Thrumming Bird, because once we get like a 7/7 flyer, oh, then they can just immobilize it. They got to come in with the token. Whatever. What don't they attack with here? I think they don't let the Thrumming Bird attack. Yeah. But that's okay. Now we've got our engine going. And they don't have infinite taps with this Tameo thing. It's funny, the first time I drafted white-blue, I thought I had an amazing version of the deck. And I did. Like, I really did have a good version of the deck. But I ended up going 1 and 2 with it. I still think it was a good version, though. Sometimes you can have the best deck and play perfectly and still lose. That just happens. They can't tap this. Oh, they're super dead, aren't they? Oh yeah, they're super dead. Now we just get to proliferate. They used this offensively? What are you, nuts? They don't know what to do against this proliferation engine. Yeah, lose some life there. Proliferate again. All of a sudden, this unassuming common becomes the greatest threat on the battlefield. Five Eyes of Malcator. That's a lot of Eyes of Malcator. You need to start on turn 2, I think, in this format. Preferably with something that impacts the battlefield. Like, I had a similar experience with Ichor Synthesizer. It's great if you get like one of these on turn 2, proliferate it, 2 on turn 4, proliferate those, and just run your opponent over. But if you draw it late, you're just out of luck. I think I can block there safely, right? Huh. I'm gonna start with this. Hopefully draw land. Okay, lose my 9 drop. Now, what's the play? I could get in 6. That doesn't seem super impressive. Or I could just proliferate my raptor. Tap target creature. Okay, yeah. So we just get in there with... Oh my god, what have I done? It's a flyer. I wanted another counter on this thing. That's what I want. I haven't flown into a reach creature yet. This was a new low for this format. I think we're still doing okay, but not... It's not like they would have ever let us hit with that again, still. Right. Quite right. Okay, tap my big one. I've got to do this. I've got to start being a little more careful. Okay, they are totally out of oil on this thing. No way to proliferate it. So Chrome Prowler finishes it. Don't. You could... Hey now, be reasonable. No. What the heck? Just in time, I suppose. I could have hit with my Thrumming Bird this turn. That would have been nice. Okay, they're going to give it to me. Yeah, I had a weird one the other day. Like, I was playing Neon Dynasty drafts while they were up, because there's like 2 chase rares that are worth like 50 tickets each, give or take. And anyway, I was dead on board. They had the Samurai 1-drop that's an artifact, and basically it comes back to their hand every turn. They had that. And they had the win on board with it. And all I had to do, I had this enchantment, this saga that makes them discard a card. And they had 2 cards in hand. And so help me, they discarded that and no longer had the win. They were like, that's the worst card in my hand. Sure, but it's the one that wins you the game. So I probably would have conceded right there if I, I knew they had the win on board. Like, I was tapped out after playing my saga. Eye of Malcator. Sure. I can't really interact with that thing. 2/5 is pretty nice against it. I just tap it when it attacks. Another one. They do kind of work together, don't they? Yeah, I'm going to start proliferating, so I just want this Necrosquito in play. I'll take 8 here. Yeah, I mean, I guess these are pretty good in multiples. Till they run out of gas. What? What did they just do? Oh, I was wondering how that was going to work. That is so cool. This becomes a copy of this, but it's a copy of the base artifact, which means it's not a creature, so it falls off and it becomes a creature again. Oh, I was wondering how they would do that. They had to choose something. That's pretty neat. Probably not countering anything. Yeah, that's pretty neat. So what, I just attack for 6 here? Oh, this will be a hard counter in a couple turns. I was lucky enough to get 1 poison on them. If we get the first one, it's easy to get corrupted. We have maybe 2 cards in our deck that can get a poison on someone. Okay. I'm either taking 4 or 6 here, depending on how greedy they are with their attack. Maybe I'd block the token. Yeah, that's a good attack. Six. Yeah, I think I still block here. No, hold on. No, I'm gonna block the little dude. It's not like they can do 4 here. We just tap down this and win. Whew. Don't blink. You'll miss it. Counter back up. Nice. Sure. And there's a little overlap, of course, between the 2 decks. Like, they both play Thrumming Bird. But it's funny that those 2 different decks even exist. The borders between archetypes are a little bit awkward in this format. Not so bad as something like Ixalan, where the borders are 60-foot high walls. Like, if you played a card in one deck, the chances you would ever want it in any other deck are like, 5% or something. But yeah, this set it does have some different stuff going on. What's the play here? I think it's Thrumming Bird, given all the possible draws. Like, if I was going to play a spell that wasn't Prowler, I'd probably want Synthesizer, but it's more likely this gets through. It's more likely we could block with this later. Yeah, this is fine. We could just tap that thing. They didn't find a land with Dune Mover. Nothing to proliferate here. So just coming in. Given my hand, I certainly don't want to trade with that Dune Mover. That kind of shuts me down. Or does it? This is going to look a little weird, but I think my best line is to sacrifice the Prowler. That sets my next attack, my next block to be pretty good. And yeah, the 3 toughness just matters more than 3 damage 1 turn. And I don't want to mess around with this stupid Observer. Yeah, Shieldred's Head Cleaver. You can do that. Now what? Now we get Scrap Trap. Close. We just need a reason to be proliferating so much. Cool. Both of those coming in. Okay. I'm like, that attack makes sense if you have giant growth, but not so much otherwise. They could double block the Scrap Trap. But I think I just wanted to block. Maybe they have Glissa. Put as many counters on this thing as I can. All right. No reason to proliferate too much. Here's the awkward thing. Sure, our board is better. They've got 5 cards in their hand. Oh my god. They let us hit with it first. What is happening here? Most... Oh gosh, it's going to be... I thought it was going to be indestructible hexproof, but... Turns out they just wanted the toxic. Now I get the aspirant. That's okay. We can make a pretty destructive attack this turn. Yeah. Well, that lets me proliferate. And kills your lifelinker. So I'll take that. Nice, no tricks. Ooh. Yeah. I'm just gonna play it. I would like to play it with 1 mana up. Land, land, land. Great. They didn't even find land off the mover. That's a lot of lands. That's also a lot of lands. But I think it's just about keepable. These are both late black cards. Same with this, I guess. And this lets me draw towards the lands I'll need. Got their third color. Uh-oh. Not good to be getting poisoned so early. I'm gonna have to discard the hand size here. I'll tell you what I don't need. More islands. We're gonna need to draw a swamp, so I think it's okay to bitch island there. All right, so I'm getting toxic, or I'm getting corrupted here, but I can counter most things. Counter their planeswalker. And if they do nothing, that's okay too. Come on. Later, MT. Good luck in the work. Aw. Are any of these good? Maybe the curiosity is what I need. Yeah, and hopefully catch you Saturday. What am I trying to get here? I guess swamp and play a spell. No, don't kill it. No, now I have to discard again. I can't discard swamp. That's got to be pretty clear. So we'll have 6 mana next turn. I think we discard the scrap trap. That's awkward because it's a nice way to gain 2 life. But we're going to need interaction and to do more things each turn. And the Aspirant's Ascent might be too important as a cheap way to interact. Same with Chrome Prowler. Ugh, 7 toxic. We're not dead yet. Yeah, it'd be tempting just to say Aspirant, Tekethil, go. But I'm pretty sure we have to be a little more careful than that. And that blocks Dune Mover. And then Chrome Prowler, and then we can Annihilate and Glare with that next turn. Yeah, not like we have anything to proliferate anyway. You like the Observer? It's in a weird deck. I've never found it to be like... I don't know, I've never found it to work as well as I'd like it to. But in Temur Oil or something... Yeah, Temur's another weird color, because it can be oil. I guess Sultide be more toxic. Drown in Ichor. Proliferate up to 8. -4, -4. So let's do this. And then our aspirant survives. Barely. And then we'll tap down the observer, because that's the one that can hit us. And then block the Dune Mover. Trade with the Dune Mover. Okay. Yeah, I'm not feeling safe, but yeah, and they're digging, and they get to dig for a while, so that's also pretty annoying. Wow, that's a bold attack you got there. I've got a block like this. Tap out for 6. Okay. I think I can manage that. It kind of sucks, but yeah, let's try this. And then they've got to draw something. If I could proliferate once more, then I'll have a buffer to counter something. Oh, that's pretty good. Yes, that's super good. Okay, that's super good. Proliferate twice. 1, 1. 1, 1. Don't click on myself. Swing 5. Hold this back for 2. I can even give it indestructible if I really want. I don't. We're hanging on here. Voidwing Hybrid. Just counter that. And hope they never proliferate. If they proliferate, we're dead anyway. But I didn't want to have to not attack. So if they don't kill us this turn, dang it. Then we have the win. I can force them to block, but now I need my guy back to block. Oh, dang it. They're so close to winning this. Come on. We have 2 more doses in our deck. Doses. Come on. This is why cycling lands are better. Come on. Top 2 cards. That's not it. All right. All right. Okay. So we force them to block. I mean, we just have to go for it every chance we get. So we force them to block here, or they're dead. And then we play the raptor and hopefully survive. Yeah. There's so many black and blue cards that kill us here. Each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature. Yeah, I'll just sacrifice Tekethul. Nice. They're only 1-0. They're not that scary. More scary after we have to mulligan. I trust the heart of the cards. We'll keep this and throw back something. Like, at least we can play the spells we draw. We have some divinations and whatnot to catch us up. Like, that's a good one, sure. Doses are not that good against equipment. That's a good draw. I would have liked to have it earlier, but if we can play Dose after Necrosquito, that's going to be good for us too. Red, white. Yeah, them getting 2 damage in doesn't matter. It's more of them being able to poison us with this. That's annoying. But red, white isn't really trying to poison you and win that way. So in these colors, you just let this guy hit you most of the time. I'm not going to block this Punisher. That ends poorly in a number of ways. I will block here. Seems okay. That 1/3 is never going to be much better than a blocker. Good turn for them. They are sort of going off. Now I've got options. I can race them, which is not going to work well, or I can try to hide behind this Necrosquito, which is also not going to work well, but it has more of a chance of working. Just ossify it or something. One more crescendo. In these colors, any pump spell would be a win for the duelist. So it's better to block this rebel token. At least we trade most of the time. Speaking of slick, these have been some slick draws. we played 3 spells. We kept a hand of all lands, bottomed a land, and we drew more lands than spells. So we're due. We're due for some magic cards. Boy, is that tempting. Proliferation doesn't seem great here. I can't afford it. I'd rather just block. I mean, it's almost better just to lose it against this enforcer, which I don't really want to do. This is why you put Kaya in the deck. Some way to claw back from behind. Ugh. Okay, Menace. Menace. Yeah, all right. Menace is a little too scary, so I'm glad to get the removal. I'll take another 5, but then I have to start chumping. I hope they don't have much. Yeah, good news is I can draw anything. Bad news is like every land is a land mine. Blows off half my arm. Yeah, I mean, drawing this many lands, it feels like we could easily cast it. But yeah, I'm just going to give it up here. Well, no, let's make him sweat. But yeah, we just don't have the fixing for it. We don't have any fixing. We might have one of the atlases, which we'd have to play. But that wasn't the problem this game. The problem wasn't no Kaya. The problem was no spells. We have lots of spells that would help take care of this. By now, we should have like an 8/8 Necrosquito. They haven't had any interaction. So we've got to chump both of these guys. Something like this. Take it to 1. I guess we trade and bounce, which is not as bad as it could be. There we go. All right. We can do better. I think I'm supposed to keep that on the mull to 6. And hope to draw non-lands. We should have a good chance against this deck, even though we have like enchantment-based removal against equipment, because we also have some ways to gain life. And they didn't have a ton of flying. And like, we can get past 1 reach creature. Yeah, I'll keep this. 2 lands. I'm feeling top of the world here. It's also pretty good to start with Bring the Ending. Yeah, any of these cards that non-creature spells that proliferate just take care of business with Synthesizer. Ugh. Good news is I can hide behind this. Bad news is we have no lands this time. Sorry, you didn't pay the Jace tax. Nice. I'm fine just letting that thing sit around. I don't need to dose it. That's also okay. Drawing like a boss here. Yeah, I could have poisoned them there, but that doesn't I mean, there's going to be a better use for Ascent, which is, compare this to Giant Growth. Like, it's pretty impressive. The three, like, in the way that Giant Growth saves some removal spells, this does the same thing. It even removes Trapped in the Tower. But then it has the added ability of giving it evasion. I mean, imagine a format where the toxic didn't matter. It's a solid card. I've always been happy with just throwing one in a random deck, even an oil deck. Huh, okay. We should be able to kill that here. No, we won't. Yeah, we should be able to kill it. I think we should be able to kill it. Oh no, we need to draw. We actually need to draw. If we don't draw Island, we're screwed. So, oh no, we're fine. I forgot we had the Raptor. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. So, we don't even need to do that. But I should be careful about how I proceed. Should be a little careful. I'm going to start with this. And if we draw Island, then I'm a genius. If not, we can still get it done. We just have to do this. That's 6. Lose your Planeswalker. Koth is a nice one. It was a 2-for-1. It got a mountain and used up Ascent, not to mention gaining 6 life. And we're a little closer to land, so I'm still kind of glad I did it that way. Alternatively, we used Dose on one of these stupid 2/2s, where we already have a good blocker. 5/5. Much better target, so I'm feeling really ahead this game. I'm feeling really good about this. They're almost poisoned. I should wait. Oh, proliferating feels good when you have multiple targets. Now our Raptor's on defense. Yeah, okay. I would feel even better here if I drew a land, but Curiosity's not the worst. Like if I draw a land this next turn, we've got them poisoned or corrupted. And then we can have a really nice turn. Turn this into Pot of Greed. It's funny, they have like a million 1-mana draw 1 cards. 1-mana draw 3 cards, but not many 1-mana draw 2 cards. So what? What, like, why do I care about this attack? Okay, okay. Yeah, fair enough. A 2/2 is not big enough to survive an encounter with the Raptor, but a 2/3 trades with it. But I can just let it bounce. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh no. That was that's going to make a big difference here, unfortunately. Oh dear. Well, that was a good draw. So I can still get away with attacking with the synthesizer. Then I'll just hope they equip the Skywarden with the whip or something. Man, against all odds. I like this card. It is solid in equipment for obvious reasons. They just need an Elish Norn to really get going. What? Double strike on that thing? And the lifelink is kind of annoying. I'd love to trade with it. Hmm. Yeah, I can still trade with it here. That's fine. Tapping wrong. There's not many one. Well, yeah, we would have already. Yeah, I could trade with that. Let me do it this way. Give up my Raptor. And that trades with one creature as opposed to two. Gains him a lot of life. Necrosquito. I'm okay with letting them hit me once here. Oh, shoot. No, maybe this was not the right play. Because now they equip the Skywarden, but they use up a turn to do it, and I can just kill it next turn. So take 10. Take 10 here. Or 12 if they want to attack. A bit different. Yeah, again, the lack of mana has been a bit awkward, or the mana issues have been awkward. A fifth mana at almost any point would have made this more smooth. Oh. Menace, double strike, 5/5. Seems good. Really? What is this attack? You know what's interesting here? I could do something like this. This is kind of stupid. But we get a 1/1 counter on this stupid thing, and then it kills that. That was cute. Oh, I was thinking this was double strike, but yeah, we save a Prowler, which is even better. That was cute. Go again. Yeah. Against all odds. I do feel like we're winning this game still, but like what happened there? They just got back a few power and toughness. Not the end of the world. Double strike on that guy. Scrap trap. A lifelink on that thing. Not ideal. I'm gonna just hold back the synthesizer. But I think I can attack with Necrosquito. Yeah. So the reason I'm doing this, we should be able to trade off the double striker with the synthesizer. I don't know. They might gain a bunch of life again, but I don't want to throw my Necrosquito out on an awkward block. Yeah. One mana left up. So if it's a good spell, we might be screwed, but I think it's worth just trying to throw this out there. Nice. Okay, next turn will be good. Now we can proliferate this. They're corrupted. Proliferate again if it dies, so that'll be up to 7. What are the odds they have a third one of these? Get back your Justiciar. Get another 2/2. Yeah. No way to interact with my flyer. Boy, is it tempting to attack with the Scrap Trap. But since we have him on a 2-turn clock, let's just save it to block. I should not be F6ing here. I got to represent something more exciting. Nice. Okay, we got there. I have no idea if that was game 1, but it doesn't matter. Regardless of what game that was, we'll play our best this game. I'll check anyway. Turn 10, 8, 6, 5, 1. Oh no. They even mulliganed that game. So this is game 3. Pressure's on. This time we get to throw out the Spirant. It might be better to get Synthesizer out there first. We can control when we proliferate a bit better than when we just play any spell. Or something. Yeah, just tap it. Punisher. Gosh, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice to have had the aspirant out for that? The other problem is they have so many ways of unlocking it, but at least it keeps a creature out of their graveyard. Nice, they're stuck on mana. We've got a chance. Yes, we do. Yeah, I'm just going to pretend like we have that trick. It's good to pretend. Do nothing, do nothing, do nothing. Yeah. Okay. 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 Now, this is super awkward because I can't proliferate this guy's token. Maybe I should just sack it and kill it. The problem is they're going to play something else. They're going to play their 5/5. I want a way to kill it. Yes. No land. All right. Got there.